Well, from that parenting chat to a parenting chat of a different sort, adopting a pet, which is an awesome way of helping our little furry friends find their new loving forever homes. Now, you too can make a difference by choosing to become a foster parent for an orphaned pet. Have a look.
Time now for a cuteness overload, but it does come, I think, with very devastating context. And I think the number of pets living in shelters, unfortunately, is staggering at the moment, making foster homes for our four-legged orphans more important now than ever. And here to give us a glimpse into the journey of becoming a foster parent is Grant O'Neill, the chairman, and Jess O'Kelly, the adoptions manager from Aid for Animals in Distress, an incredible organisation who have the best and the worst job, I think, in the world all at the same time. There is a passionate and selfless bunch of people who knows exactly how you can make a difference, and they're putting their money where their mouth is, quite literally, along with the help of incredible sponsors and partners like Hills. But welcome, guys. Please introduce your little four-legged friends here.
Here we've got little Humphrey, who could be a border collie, it could be a Maltese, it could be a mixture of 100 other things.
He could be yours. Buddy and Grant, who you got there?
I've got Granite, 7 weeks old, little boy. He's probably a terrier petit cross, and both of these boys are rescued off illegal puppy sellers.
Oh, wow. Well done for that. That's the first big tick, and this gives you an indication of the kind of the weight of what you're fighting against. But we're not talking about the negative here. We're talking about the positive, becoming a foster parent for one of these puppies, and ultimately helping them on that journey to find their forever home. So what goes into, Jess, maybe you can, or both of you can weigh in as you see fit, the journey to becoming a foster parent, what does that entail?
So my journey started about 4 years ago when Aid for Animals in Distress actually started. It started as a WhatsApp group for a bunch of neighborhood people just wanting to rescue and help animals. And at that time, we just took the animals into our homes and fostered them and looked for homes. I've actually got one of the very first Aid for Animals in Distress rescue dogs, Shadow. She's still with me. She was a massive foster fail. Yeah, and since then, I've probably had about 150 animals through my house, puppies.
How did you get roped into all of this?
I actually started years ago with another organisation before I joined Aid for Animals in Distress. So I've been fostering for about 8 years. Wow. Probably close to 600, maybe more. I don't know.
Is the overarching goal of what you're trying to achieve, does that outweigh, or it must have to, the emotional attachment that you make? 'Cause I'm sitting here already like, oh, my heart is breaking.
No, 100%, without a doubt. I mean, there are days where you feel like it's too much, but overall, most days, it feels totally worth it. It's totally worth it.
So the animals that you're currently fostering at the moment, who's in your care?
Okay, I foster anywhere from 7 to 8 on average at any one time, not including my own.
How many do you have of your own?
I've got four dogs and 3 cats.
It's all right.
No, it's not so bad.
Well, you were I was thinking it was going to be far worse, and like 9 parrots and a penguin. You know,
I used to adopt all the old ones, so I only had them for short periods of time. So, you know, the ones that weren't adoptable and things I used to keep. But no, I foster a lot of medical cases and bottle feeding cases because I'm fortunate enough to work from home. Okay. So I can deal with kind of medical things where they need care 24 hours a day. At the moment, I've got some kittens that are in quarantine. I've got some other kittens that are integrated. I've got a puppy I had for 5 months. She came in at 4 weeks old, and she's just been adopted on Saturday.
Yay. So, oh, well done.
Yeah.
You've spoken about bottle feeding, quarantine. These are all responsibilities that come with a certain level of understanding, and I would imagine validation through a process. What do you have to do to become a foster for animals like this?
So it starts off just by sending us a message on one of the social media platforms or an email, and then one of our committee members will set up an appointment, come do a home check. There's various questions and things that we need to tick off and just make sure it's a safe environment. Also allows the fosters to ask us any questions that they want to ask and familiarise themselves with the process. And then once the home's approved, we place an animal there and we try find them a home, basically. And the nice part is we cover all the veterinary costs and the food costs. So the foster just gives them love and attention and socialisation and so forth, and then gets them ready for a home, essentially.
And it's very special. I mean, we could speak for hours about the motivation for doing this, but I think look no further. You ultimately get to love and care for little gem. This is what you can get to help in life, and there's something beautiful and selfless about being able to help someone else, four-legged or not, in this incredible journey. Becoming a foster parent can be a very rewarding experience, providing a loving halfway home, if you will, for adorable animals like Humph and Granite. and you can make a massive difference in helping them find their forever homes, which is the ultimate goal. So to find out more on how you can make a difference and get this cuteness overload in your very own home, go to facebook.com/aid for animals in distress. Do it now. You deserve it. You deserve this in your life.
Science is at the heart of biology-based nutrition. The secret to lifelong health, it all starts with science.